So what you guys see here is everything's out of the car. I removed the manifold, the turbo, all that stuff, because for those who watched all the videos on this car, y'all will know that I had some pretty severe boost creep issues. So this small tile wastegate, I think this is a 38 millimeter, it wasn't enough. I put the smallest spring I could find in there, still was creeping. It would hold around 10, 11 pounds of boost. Anything over 6,000 RPM, it just kept climbing. So what I did, I ordered one of these Black Sheep Industries wastegates here. This is a 45 millimeter, but based on what I've been told, they flow closer to a 50 millimeter wastegate. So I figured I'd give it a shot. This is a solid wastegate. Honestly, Black Sheep Industries is probably one of the best wastegates you can get right now, especially for the price. You can't beat it. But this is gonna be my last attempt at making this, eBay manifold work. So what I've done so far, I cut off the 2-bolt flange that goes onto this right here, cut that off, and I need to weld this flange here. This is the flange for the Black Sheep Industries wastegate. See, it goes like that. However, you see that? However, it doesn't fit properly on this tube. So what I did, I got a reducer. This is a 2 to a 1.5 inch reducer. Here's the other piece to it that I cut off. And I'm gonna basically weld this onto here, and then the V-band flange on that. So it basically goes something like this. And then I'll be able to bolt on the wastegate. Okay, so that's that. Now we have to figure out a dump tube for the wastegate, which is this flange right here. And for that, I ordered this. This is stainless steel 1 3/4 inch pipe, and basically I'm just gonna fabricate it. Obviously I'm not gonna use all this pipe, I'm gonna cut it. I think considering that this wastegate is gonna be a little bit lower, I feel like I'm gonna have to bend the dump tube a little bit, but I'm still gonna mock it up back on the car and just gonna make sure I'm doing it properly. I also need to make sure that that wastegate's not gonna hit anything, because it is gonna be pushed down a little bit further. So hopefully I won't have any issues with that. And another thing you guys might see different on this car are the wheels. So these are a new set of wheels that I got. I took my wheels back, those 18x9s, I put them back on my car because I did not feel comfortable running the old skinnies out in the street. Long story short, I was driving in downtown, somebody cut out in front of me, I slammed on the brakes, the tires locked up in me, and I was like this close of hitting somebody with my Supra. So that's when I decided that these, even though they ride really good, very nice to control, not for street driving. So I'm selling this. These are the wheels that came off this car, plus the polished wheels that came off of mine. So it's a full polished set of World RTSS 71s. So if anybody needs them, let me know. I'm gonna be posting them for sale here soon. All right, so I got the downpipe removed, it's over there. But this is why you wanna test fit, 2 or 3 times just to make sure you don't run into any issues. So one of the things that I just realized here is, since I do have to extend that runner for the wastegate, it's gonna get really close to the block. Hard to do this with one hand, but all right, let's just say that's connected right there. Look how close, I don't know if you guys can see the wastegate, but it is extremely close to the block. So I'm gonna shorten that a little bit, see if I can give myself some breathing room in case it does get a little bit tighter. So I need to shorten this little reducer. I got it all nice and flush inside there. Be nice and smooth, no slag. The way the 2-bolt was, honestly, it was kind of shitty. This is gonna turn out pretty smooth, literally smooth. So it took a little bit of grinding, but I got all that fitted up. Now I'm just gonna tack it up, tack this onto the downpipe with the wastegate, but that should give me enough space. All right, so there it is, got the V-band all welded up. Now I'm gonna throw that back on the car, and that way I can get an idea of what I'm gonna do for the dump tube. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but I got plenty of space the beauty of the V-band wastegates is that you can clock them any which way you want. So the question is now, which way am I gonna clock it? So it looks like I can't go straight. It's gonna have to have a little bit of a curve in order for it to make its way out. All right, time to mess with this a little bit. All right, and this is the first shot. Hopefully I got it right. I looked it up from up top and it looked good. I just gotta make sure it's gonna be dumping out the right way down here. So, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but can you guys see it? Gotta. Well, there's a wastegate. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, you can. Okay. So there's a wastegate. And let's see here. If I put it like that. Oh, and there's a tube. It's gonna be firing right at the control arm. Let me see. So I would like, ideally I wanted it to be here. Straight down. But we'll see. All right, and after clocking the wastegate a little bit, I was able to get it to where it's exactly where I wanted. And it's got some space on both sides. And I just gotta make sure that the fittings on top of the wastegate will fit. And if so, I'm gonna go ahead and weld this up and put everything back together. All right, so I got the dump tube all finished up. All I gotta do is swap out the wastegate spring. I'm gonna put on the blue spring, which is 12 to 17 pounds, and that should be enough. But I'm tired. I think I deserve a little break, so I'm gonna go take a ride. All right, and there we go. Wastegate is assembled. I went ahead and removed the small spring that I had before. This is the red spring, which on here would have only been good for 5.5 to 7 PSI. That's really nothing for that Supra. That Supra was tuned on 30 pounds. I got the dump tube all bolted up. It's still loose, just in case I need to clock it a little bit. But now all I gotta do is get this fire ring into the wastegate, take it over to the manifold, and basically clamp it on. Once that's on there, then I'll be able to run my vacuum lines when I have some space, and after that, I'll throw the turbo back on, both the downpipe and my oil lines, and should be good, hopefully, fingers crossed. We're on the home stretch now, so I got everything bolted back into the car. I got the downpipe in there. You guys see the new dump tube with the new wastegate. Everything fits perfectly. The only thing is I had to order a new V-band because I broke the other one. They came with some locking nuts that it's very, very much a locking nut. I couldn't take it off, so I snapped it clean off. So there goes a good 4-inch V-band. But here's a new one. So now the only thing I gotta do is install the mid pipe, and I should be ready to fire it up. For those who might be new around the channel, and you may be wondering, I pretty much built this entire car from the intercooler piping to the exhaust. Like this downpipe, I fabricated everything. The exhaust, fully done from front all the way to the back. I did this all here in this little garage here. Actually, I did it outside, but I did all my welding right there. Now that's all done, let's go ahead and fire it up. I don't feel any exhaust leaks, that's good. I don't hear any exhaust leaks, so we're looking good. All right, nice and quiet down here too. No exhaust leaks, so we're good. Not bad for a full turbo kit, everything built in this garage. You guys can see the dump tube right here. That's for the wastegate. All right. Everything looks good. Nice and steady. Still warming up, still cold. But looks solid. Now I was gonna go take it out for a spin, but just like always, it's unpredictable Texas weather. We are fixing to get some pretty gnarly storms. Yeah, you guys You guys can see it over that way. But it's supposed to be like hail and tornadoes and shit like that. Not bad for a Supra that was built entirely in this garage. Vinyl wrap, turbo kit, everything. Alright, I guess we'll have to wait for another day when it's not going to be raining in order to take this out and, you know, go test out the boost pressure and also see how these tires do. We'll see how these ET Street SS tires do. I mean, they're brand new, so hopefully they do well. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I know maybe not a lot of you guys will watch it, but whoever did, hope you learned something from it, and don't be scared to try something like this on your own. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Y'all have a good one. Later.